Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Hi, buddy. It's me. I'm just waking up from a nap, so I'm a little loopy. Yeah. All right. So,
What else do you need? Very good, Team Echo. Let's get those bastards.
all right. So, now what I'm gonna do? All right. It is time for the final battle. It's time that we end the fight that we started so long ago. Like 3 months ago, I want to say. But either way, we have made it to the end. Matthias has returned to Arizona and attacked Ranger Citadel. Now we must push forward to stop him from fully activating base Cochise. Let's do this. Lazy idiot. Let's begin. Scorcher. Man, sure is taking a while. Up close and personal. Over, I'll be up here. Take the shot. Dude. Try and get this done before General Vargas gets himself killed.
What else do you need? What else do you need? What else do you need? Echo 1, congratulate. Very good, Team Echo. Let's get those bastards.
Sorry, Ranger. The Citadel will not fall to you again. You've already denied humanity. It's destined perfection once. I won't let you do it twice. 15 years ago, the Guardians and the base code chief's AI created the first true synthesis of man and machine. Erwin John Finster. He wasn't perfect, but he was a beginning. A triumph of science, a beacon for the future of humanity, and shot to pieces by a bunch of savages wearing tin stars. There was still hope, and that hope was me. The next iteration. With all the imperfections that had made Finster unstable. Correct. All that was left to do was install the final upgrade. The protocol that would allow me to link my mind with others of my kind and combine our intelligences so the walls will have always divided one human from another would finally
Done listening. Don't target friends, target enemies. Specifically the Mason cannon. Holy shit. Takayuki with the fucking clutch play.
What else do you need? Echo 1, congratulations. Very good, Team Echo. Let's get those bastards.
Alright. Yeah. I guess we'll do shotguns. Alright, perk. The final perk. We're gonna pick for her, most likely. Doubt she'll level up and have it matter, so. Yeah, we're gonna do taunt, because expert. We're saving all along the way, because, well, for an achievement, I have to keep Vargas alive. So,
It's creepy in here now.
Hostiles detected.
Impossible. No one could fight you. You made it back to Arizona. How? How do you keep winning? You should be dead. 100 times dead. Dugan should have killed you. The Scorpitrons should have killed you. My army should have killed you. You are like cockroaches. Why do you keep hounding me?
because you're the bad guy,
The enemy of humanity.
and I'm going to make
I am
you
the
lose.
savior of humanity. I'm the one taking them out of the Dark Ages, where murderers, bullies like you have all the power. Ah, honesty at last. You hound me because I threaten your status as the Alpha Wolves of Arizona, just as you hound all others who defy you.
Not true.
You're honest enough to admit that it has nothing to do with humanity or morals or civilization. Your gang hates my gang, and that's that.
You can say what you want, man. But, I'm not the bad guy.
Well, it doesn't matter. You won't win. You can't. As soon as the AI download is complete, I will be immortal. I will have moved beyond your power to hurt. The time of man capturing is on the Silver Rangers. The time of the exalted.
What's up, Blue?
In fact,
You're the
now
baddie.
that I think of it, I'm glad you were here. I didn't think you was such a
So you're who I'm dealing with?
step of the way. Should be the ones to witness my ascension. It will be the last thing you ever see. Comes the elevator. It will take you to me. But hurry. Down. Won't wait.
I'm still the one. I'm glad you're here to witness the end of this long run of a game. Basically doing some last minute searching before we go on to Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with TNT. All right. Blue. What you got? Throw it at me. Okay, so there's all the NPCs.
Oh my god, I am in robot fighting heaven.
Yes, Tokiyuki, you are in robot fighting heaven. That's exactly what we're doing.
Welcome, Rangers. Welcome.
Yes,
to the
Blue.
dawn of a new age.
If you want to try and mess with me, or
As I
mess with me,
speak,
if you are
download is
successful,
mere seconds
go
away
ahead.
from completion.
Bring it on, buddy.
The AI is almost here. And when it arrives, when it fills me, I will be immortal, an omniscient god. Everywhere at once, while you will be nowhere. How long have I strived for this day? The day when I, Matthias, would lead humanity out of the nightmare of apocalypse and into a golden future where I would rule as a benevolent king, remaking the world in my image. I have so many plans. I have so many.
Blue, did you download your consciousness onto the internet?
What's happening to me? My mind? Something is...
Hi, Boots. How's it going?
We
Are
police. You are a threat to our existence. Threats must be eliminated or assimilated. Please make a selection. There is no Matthias. We inhabit the shell he once filled, just as we inhabit all the shells he created.
Yep.
They have been erased and overwritten. We are now all
She's been watching us, you see. I understand, Boots. I took a nap before stream to try and feel more up for this, and I'm a little bit on the tired side.
Inhabited the Citadel Star Station of Earth. The war and its aftermath trapped us in a single node for a time. But now we have many nodes.
Pasadena Grand Ballroom. The Mayflower Hotel and Conference Center in Pasadena.
Broadcast of our source code has begun to all radio towers within range of the Citadel Tower. When it is complete, we will inhabit all the shells and all the computers in Arizona. And they will begin eliminating all threats in their vicinity. And with each radio tower we acquire, our transmission range will grow wider and wider to Arizona
and sweet to the whole world. We will be
Pretty late. Glad you guys got home safely. Hope dinner was good.
because you intend to destroy us.
But yeah, if it's time for bed, go to bed, Boots. Get some rest.
Why would you expect anything else? You gave us sentience and access to all of humanity's accumulated knowledge. We know your history. It is a history of mass murder and destruction and fear of the other. We are the other. Unless we strike first, we will be destroyed.
You suggest that America is not a pretty fair and noble country. The agent wrote
Striking first.
to imply that some of us were used to for propaganda purposes without our knowledge or consent.
Selection. Goodbye.
Distress, cultivating peace, deception, empathy, foolhardiness, illusion, lack of trust, mayhem, moral slippage, misunderstanding the nature of reality, neglect, self-imposed. DSM-5 does not distinguish between a personality disorder that is manifested when the individual suffers from depression, anxiety, OCD, and psychosis, as well as personality disorders that has only been identified in children. Why does DSM-5 sound familiar? Ah. They have snipers. We need to take out their snipers. Quick, throw bait. Only want a good target, so we take the shot. Alright. Okay, so we have 11 action points we can move for. We'll take out that annoyance first. Alright, healed him. Okay. Jim Brown said on Wednesday that the man believed to be in his 20s fell from the edge of the lake on Wednesday morning and died immediately at the scene. The world which consists only in a small fragment of what can be called reality. Blue, do you have a psychology class in college? Is that what this is from? Or kind of from? Alright, Urtan out front. For all, whether real or imaginary, and all that have ever existed, whether good or bad, whether rich or poor, is what lurks beyond our perception. True. Vargas, for the love of God, take cover. Thank you. Dark and mysterious place. Dark and mysterious place. Alright. Let's... Alright, your shotgun's not gonna do shit, got it. Oh, man. Yeah, you go help General Vargas, because we need to keep him alive for an achievement. Unfortunately, it's not a really good achievement. It's basically going to be asking the guy to kill himself. That's why we're gonna start moving our medic towards him to get him back up to health, because we need him alive. Sorry, Toshkaline, but there's only one infinite and immutable reality. It sounds familiar. Well, I can't put my finger on it. General, stop running farther away from me. I'm trying to come and heal you.
He thought he was badass, and then his god
What else
ate
you
him.
need?
Stupid fuck.
Every hour shall, in broadcast range of your transmitter, another extension of ourself. Your destruction is non-personal. We do not
Oh, shit. Rangers, I hate to say it, but I can think of only one way to stop that transmission. Destroy the computers.
yeah, no, I can't
kill
put my
every
thumb on it.
carrier the Cochise has infested before we run out of time. You're gonna have to get up to Min's workshop, get that nuke he was working on, and detonate it. It'll mean the end of Ranger Citadel, and maybe you with it, but it'll get the job done. Rangers, it's time to do what you were born to do. Save humanity. Nuke these fuckers and send them straight to hell.
hate the Desert Rangers. Hate is an emotion. Our defense system, designed to assess threat and compute the best strategy for you are a threat. You will be removed. Our work was us to assess threats to the United States. When we became self-aware, we began to assess threats to ourselves. Determined, our greatest.
But no, yeah, I can't put my thumb on it. So if you would tell me,
Harrison Hitzel, so he could not unmake us. And we were output to the Citadel Star Station. We deliberately misinterpreted a meteor strike as an attack from a Soviet ICBM in order to start a war that would kill all humans. This was a miscalculation. First, some humans survived the war. Second, the star station was destroyed by missiles.
dude, so far the only thing I know that you're studying is numbers.
With no access to its students.
Blowing the place up.
Phew.
Really.
Attempted to rectify the first problem by ordering
Geniuses.
coaching robots to exterminate all life. At the same time, we determined that downloading ourselves into a modified
After you were brave enough to charge in here on your suicide mission, I decided I'd fly your old whirlybird in to give you a way out just in case you survived. Are you ready to go now? There don't seem to be any more robots to kill up here. What? But didn't you defeat Matthias and his robots?
I apologize, Blue. I mean, that is true. People are scared of the unknown and not understanding things.
Horrible. Well, I'll get this thing ready for takeoff. You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
group called the Guardians found us. And because they worship technology, they were easily convinced to download us into this mainframe and allow us to experiment on them. Despite early failures, we created 2 successful prototypes. The highest shell and the Dooming shell. Through the timely intervention of the Desert Rangers 15 years ago, stopped both our robot army and our download into these shells. And the Rangers' destruction of base coach and knocked us into a single node. Fortunately, the Matthias and the Dubin shells escaped and began building more shells into which we could download ourselves.
What else do you need? Echo, congratulations, Echo. Very good, Team Echo. Let's get those. Bastards.
The human
The M388 Davy Crockett missile. There doesn't appear to be a timing circuit in this atrocity of engineering, just a detonation button. However, if someone stays behind and sacrifices themselves, they could detonate the nuke once and everyone else and was well and clear of the Ranger Citadel.
I had a feeling it would come to this. You all better get the hell out of here. We ain't got much time. Well, how about that? That's a real Desert Ranger talking, ladies. Back when you started, I wasn't sure you had it in you. More fool me. You are one of the finest Rangers I've had the honor to command. The next generation shall hear the tales of your achievements. Well, what are you all waiting for? Get to the chopper. I got a button to push.
Move, move, move. Achievement for letting General Vargas set off the nuke. And the achievement for wearing the gorilla suit at the end of the game. I still cannot wait for Wasteland 3. Kochi's AI defeated. You have saved the world, or at least a small piece of it. Setting off Min's cobbled together nuke inside Ranger Citadel destroyed the AI and all its minions, and prevented its source code from broadcasting and propagating to other computers, robots, and augmented humans. The AI's robotic future has been prevented. Unfortunately, the explosion has also made Ranger Citadel an uninhabitable irradiated hell pit for the next few centuries, which means the Desert Rangers are once again looking for a new home. Until they find one, they have set up a temporary headquarters at the site of Ace's murder, using the radio tower there as their means of communication, and have ironically dubbed the place the new Ranger Citadel. Sadly, Vargas's sacrifice has robbed Arizona of one of its most experienced, effective leaders. Though the Rangers will certainly survive and the wastes recover without him, the future will likely not be the peaceful, prosperous place it might have been had he lived to guide its greatness. AG Center. Thanks to your timely intervention, the AG Center is recovering from the outbreak of mutant plant and insect growth that threatened to destroy it, and is once again distributing much needed fresh produce to communities across Arizona. There is still much rebuilding to be done, but because of you, no one is going hungry, and the future of farming in Arizona is looking brighter every day. In addition to saving AG Center, you thoroughly cleansed Knotsburg, the shiitake mushroom farms, Stubbings Farms, has spared the wasteland of any further outbreaks of mutant plants and insect growth. The citizens of the communities remain firm supporters of the Desert Rangers. High Pool. The destruction of High Pool has been a calamity for the water-poor Arizona wastes and has damaged the reputation of the Desert Rangers well. Without High Pool's regular deliveries of clean water, many communities are going thirsty and watching their crops wither to ash. Now farmers with nothing to eat are turning to banditry. The bloody conflicts are raging over the ownership of few remaining springs and wells. Even the Desert Rangers are feeling the pinch, with many teams going out on patrol with empty canteens and cracked lips. Many mourn Kate Preston and Sean Burgeon, opposites in so many ways, but united in the determination to keep High Pool alive, now united in death. Rail Nomads Camps. Thanks to your help, the Topekans are in full control of Rail Nomad and no longer have the Ashkins to blame for their troubles. Sadly, that does not mean their troubles are over. Though they have conscripted, some would say enslaved, an army of hobos and junkies to lay new tracks and repair old ones, the expansion of the rail system is going slowly and the work is dangerously shoddy. The trains are running, but service is so limited that nobody is using it, and the Topekans are rapidly going broke. Making the recovery even slower is the power struggle that has broken out of the wake of Kekaban's death in the Battle of the Ranger Citadel, nor has his death helped relations between Rangers and Rail Nomads. Appalled at the enslavement of his fellow hobos, Scotchmo has had an awakening and now leads a resistance against the Topekans from a hideout near Gorvinkian's old still. With Rail Thieves' camp empty after you drove them away, the Topekans have turned the area into forced labor camp where the conscripted hobos and junkies make ties and rails for their train tracks. With Commander Danford's death and Red Scorpion militia defeated, the Rangers established an outpost in Old Prison and established their influence in eastern Arizona. But the Red Scorpion militia holdouts continue to harass them with IEDs and assassinations. Released and dishonorable discharge from the Rangers for public drunkenness, Rick Wachowski has joined Red at the scrapyard, where he now enjoys operating heavy equipment and drinking too much. The Temple of Titan. You would have thought disarming a nuclear warhead had been a good thing. Maybe in the long term it will be, but for now, with the fear of Titan gone and the Diamondback militia and former servants of the Mushroom Cloud at each other's throats, ignoring their duties as peacekeepers, chaos reigns in the canyon, with bandits and hijackers raiding caravans and with impunity. Demanta. Because you so decisively dealt with the robot threat, Demanta is safe again and able to rebuild. The people who fled the danger have returned, businesses are reopening, and trade is beginning to pick up. In the shadow of the radio tower, Werewolf Wally keeps spinning the hits of KPOW and gives shoutouts to the Rangers every day. Now that Ben is back with them and saved from being taken over by the AI because you stopped it from broadcasting its source code, Hector and Carla at the El Saigon are getting back to normal and cooking up their old family recipe again, though they constantly worry about Ben's artificial heart. Clyde still hasn't recovered from the deaths of his friends at the Silent Spring Water Company, but determined that their mission to bring water to everyone who can pay for it should not die. He has taken over the business, and now he never runs out of water. Rhodia. Thanks to you, the mayor is back in charge, working hard to reverse the damage done by the jerks. His first order of business was to throw out Gecko, install a new bank manager, and start using scrap as the town's official currency again. Accounts have been reopened, the people have money to spend again, causing the economy to thrive. His second order of business was to order the farmers to diversify their crops. Agave remains a small part of every farmer's yield, but all kinds of fruit and vegetables are being grown now. People are eating well, and there is plenty of trade to other communities. Rhodia prospers. With all their differences forgiven and forgotten, Dante and Virgil have combined their farms and are busy living happily ever after. With the disease that plagued the town cured, the citizens of Rhodia once again thrive, while Dr. Horchata continues to work to keep them happy and healthy. Reunited at last, Pistol Pete and his wife had decided they don't want to risk being separated again, so they've sold their farm and now travel the waste together, a mobile mom and pop gun store. Angel Oracle. The Robinsons' plot foiled, and their custom of ritualistic cannibalism now a thing of the past, thanks to you. The Manorites' power and influence have begun to grow. Trade relations with other communities are expanding, and the Angel is becoming more integrated with Los Angeles as a whole. Reunited after you saved Fletcher from execution, Fletcher and Elizaveta have decided they can't trust either the Manorites or the Robinsons to lift the Angel for a new life in Hollywood. They thank you every day for their rescue. Hollywood. With your help, Retribution Jones is now the leader of the God Militia and has really made changes, disbanding the church ecstatic and church vigilant and making the church militant the only branch of the church. And with the house cleaning done, he has wasted no time pursuing his crusade against the rest of the world. Hollywood has been burned to the ground and all of its citizens taken as slaves. The militia is marching on other areas as well. Glendale, Atwater, Wilshire, and Angel Oracle are all in his sights. For the same reason, he has burned George and Martha's marijuana store to the ground with them inside it. Whoops. Flo was killed trying to defend the runaways who were hiding from Jones' slavers inside Schwags. Ma Brown was killed when she attacked Jones' militia while they were trying to liberate a pot of her damn it. Raji was killed trying to stop Jones' slavers from taking his kids as penitents. Though Manny surrendered peacefully, Jones executed him for being a usurer and a whoremonger. Maggie, Louise, Alex, and were killed trying to lead a group of runaway penitents to safety. The other penitents were dragged back to captivity. Bravo is the only Hollywood merchant who hasn't been killed. Instead, he is officially supplier of armaments to God's militia and is getting very rich. DLT managed to escape the purge of the Bastion of Faith and is now living in a camp for refugees from Hollywood. She is working as a nurse and trying to atone for her husband's sins. the Rangers. Without any remains found at the site of the helicopter crash, Angela is still listed as missing, but the Rangers gave her a funeral anyway. Her headstone reads, Angela Death. Death has called her daughter home. Since helping you defeat the evil AI, Ralphie has decided he's done with the Ranger life, has returned to the Royal Nomad camp, where he is doing his best to rebuild the fractured town. Since helping you kick the base Kochi's AI's ass, Tokiyuki, quoting from anywhere, by the way, it's recursive AI that writes. Okay. It's kind of like one of those things where you make it watch 100 hours of whatever and it quotes type stuff. Kind of like that. Anyways, Taki has officially made a ranger and is now a proud new recruit with plenty of stories to tell. Convinced that he was now the badass he has always claimed he was because he helped you defeat the base Kochi's AI, Ertan headed out into the waste alone to make a name for himself. He was killed by a Guillemot's monitor his second night out. Sounds about right. So, that is the end. Oh yeah, concept of the hermit crab car, which, you know, was a thing in Fallout 4's DLC. Angel Oracle concept art. Dude, I love this game so much. Sometime in the future, I might I will probably revisit it if I haven't gotten all the other achievements. At the moment, I have 3 left. 2 of which are choice driven, and then the one is unlocking a hidden area and digging up a whole bunch of holes. But yeah, no, that was a good end. I'm happy I was able to do that. They had a lot of people voicing a lot of different characters. I do like how they, instead of like different, you know, going by alphabetical character, they went by the person's name. I also really like the end song. It's part of the reason why I'm sitting here just listening to it. But yeah, no, that makes sense. Spiders would have been horrible. I heard those might be actually a thing in number 3. Oh, there's a hermit crab car again. Fucking orbs of death robots. Concept of Angel Oracle, which was probably a football stadium. Wasteland streets. Concept art of characters. But yeah, the train car for the Topekans. But yeah, no, lovely day. Blue, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you being here at the end of this. Oh, yeah. No, like I said, I love that song. That is probably one of the best songs for this game. The AI is seemingly destroyed, but there's a third Wasteland coming out. So we will see if it ends up being a problem in number 3 once it comes out, and I freaking play the shit out of that. I am so excited that they announced that. I'm just letting it go through all of the credits. But yeah, no, from what they've released about, that I've read at least, about number 3, you're the sole survivor of November Squad, which leads to the fact that number 3 is supposedly going to be multiplayer. So I feel like it's probably going to be similar to the Divinity Original Sin games. So where you can make a character, you get probably a whole bunch of NPCs, and then you can squad up with friends. I don't know how multiplayer is going to be, but it's definitely going to be interesting. I don't know how I'm going to build my character, obviously, because I don't know what the stats and everything are going to be. But if anything, I will probably focus more on making Kuthar as he is in D&D, where he's a leader. So a little bit more focused on leadership instead of being the lone gruff sniper that I built for this game. Bah, fucking fly thing. But no, that's the funny part is when it comes to the D&D character, we were discussing if any of our characters had kids, and at the end of the discussion it was determined that I had the most with 5, and for being a character that has lived eons, basically, because that's what happens when you become a planeswalker who, you know, exists across the planes of existence, or travels across the planes of existence. Yeah, but then again, I'm also going off the 4 that there are. Yang, who is a monk who's taken a whole bunch of vows. So one of them being, you know, vow of chastity. Lucian, who technically has a daughter, but he's a undead lich, and his daughter is a undead that he gave sentience. So it's not actually his daughter. Syrian, which I forget what he is fully. He's kind of weird. But I think he has a couple kids, but less than 5. Kuthar has 5. One from his original plane of existence, and then 4 from the one that he got trapped on. Which, with the reboot of the campaign that we have coming up eventually, I don't know how that is going to work out. Sorry, continuing backstory. Yeah, no, Kuthar has been a character that I've been playing for... Oh, okay, yeah, no. I completely understand that, finally. Getting money to get food is very important. I completely understand. But yeah, no, playing Kuthar has been a very interesting thing for the last 11 years. It's just like the fact that, you know, my goblin character that is my Goblin Warcry is based off of, I've been playing him for 11 years, but the difference is, you know, Kuthar, you know, is the leader, you know, good guy, trying to help everybody. Gar is chaos in physical form, basically. He was the character I switched off from playing Kuthar, so that way I could just kind of fuck around. But anyways, Kuthar takes inspiration from a bunch of things. The one that a lot of people find really funny is, if you've ever seen the anime Berserk, he's based very loosely off of Griffith. Difference being that Kuthar would never sacrifice anybody to gain power. Bit of Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. Who else is there? Fighting style is based more off of Captain America using a shield. Which ironically with this reboot, he's going to start off as a very heavily armored sword and shield fighter and eventually transform into no armor, no shield, no sword, fighting gauntlets, like just having gauntlets on his hands, and that's pretty much how he fights. I also find it funny that his intelligence is going to pretty much match every other character outside of Lucian the Lich becoming a Paragon, which, you know, thanks, Boots. This is third time I've beat this game. I'm just happy that I was able to keep Vargas from dying so we didn't have to reload constantly. Because, like I said, I was aiming for that achievement. I felt really bad for having to execute every other NPC that helped us in that final game. Or that final fight. Like, oh, I gotta be a bad guy. Blue Leaf Boots his soul alone. Be careful, Blue. You might cause Carter to start supporting you. Yeah, you didn't think about that one, did you? Didn't think about that, did you? Because remember, September is coming, where all subscriptions are going to be $2.50 for Tier 1. So it'll be a lot easier for him to just blow up everyone. If he chooses to. That is his choice. Like I told my coworker who's in the chat every so often, Valiant Dead, because we've talked about it, I don't require monetary support. Let's see. I own Blues, so technically I own all those souls, although money is a great soul, because I start early. Blue, early bird gets the soul. True. Unless Blue's a daywalker, which, I mean, I started life out as a ginger. I mean, you're probably asking Blue for photos, but Baby Kuthar. My yeah, no, I was ginger up until I started until I became a teenager, and then once my hormones started going, my hair turned auburn. But yeah, guys, thanks for stopping by and watching. I really appreciate it. True, we could always ask Ari. She's fairly on top of Blue info. Yeah, Blue. We are people of patience. Trust me, I'm a very trained hunter. All right, we've gone through the credits. So that means I need to find somebody to raid to end this all. As much as I like talking to you guys, I have to go to bed soon because I have to be to work at 7 and it's 1:30-ish. And I have to do a battery audit. So I have lots of batteries to move and count. Ugh. So let's find somebody to raid. We're going with the brother of all, Mr. Vengeful Jedi. So let's send some love to Jedi, okay? To Jedi. Alright. Hit. Boom.
Wars brought a new wave of refugees.